Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Story Time. I appreciate you all being here with me. Let's see who we have here. Let's see who we have in the house. Hello, indoor outdoor gardener. How are you? We got a Gigi's raid. I appreciate that, Gigi. I appreciate that. How you doing, indoor outdoor gardener? Hello, we got Huge Empire. Hello, how are you? So glad you could join us tonight for story time. Appreciate having you here. We have 50 plus. Hello, 50 plus. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to story time. 50 plus is saying hi to me. He's saying hi to everybody. Indoor outdoor gardener saying hi and throwing some love my way. Huge Empire says big thumbs up for the host. Thank you for that, Huge Empire. We have Be the Difference Clothing in the house. She says, hey, Deborah. Hey, indoor outdoor gardener. Huge Empire and 50 plus. Then we have Anthony Shaw. How are you, brother? How are you? He's shouting out Huge Empire. He says, hello, hello. 50 plus is speaking to Be the Difference Clothing. Anthony Shaw is speaking to Be the Difference Clothing. Indoor outdoor gardener saying hey to 50 plus and Be the Difference Clothing. 50 plus is saying hi to indoor outdoor gardener. We have Deborah Akpa in the house tonight. How are you, Deborah? So glad you decided to join us tonight for story time. We have Coco Empire. Hello, Coco. How are you? Coco says hello, host and chat. Deborah saying hello to everyone. Carolyn Eats is in the house tonight. Carolyn Eats All. She says, hey, everyone. We have Web Savvy Cafe in the house. Web Savvy says, hey, 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 with the cool shades on. Gigi's it says, hello, Deborah. Glad to. How you doing, sis? So glad you gave me the raid and decided to join me tonight. Anthony Shaw says at 50 plus, what's up, muscle brother, or is that strong brother? I don't know. I don't know what these emojis. I'm illiterate when it comes to these emojis. We have Gigi saying welcome to the live, everyone. We have the Creative Creole. Hello. She says, good evening, Miss Deborah and everyone. We are tuned in. Thank you for joining us, Creative Creole, you and the children. Web Savvy saying hey to Deborah Akpa. Sending some flowers your way. Anthony says at Indoor Outdoor Gardener, hello, hello. Gigi says story time Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks for that public service announcement, Gigi. I appreciate it. Anthony Shaw saying hello to Gigi. Anthony saying hi at Web Savvy Cafe. Web Savvy Cafe says this is like family classics with the easy chair and the fireplace. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I have to try to get comfortable. Sometimes Web Savvy, this chair isn't as comfortable as it could be. I guess it's just because of my aches and pains, because actually it's a pretty comfortable chair, but sometimes even chairs like this get a little rough for me. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says hey to Web Savvy, throwing some flowers her way. My stream jumped here. Okay. Anthony speaking to the Creative Creole. Gigi saying hello to 50 plus. Deborah Akpa, Coco Empire, and Carolyn East All. Creative Creole says good evening, Anthony Shaw. Be the Difference says Gigi Ray. 50 plus says Gigi Gluten Lab. Hello. The Creative Creole says good evening, Gigi. Gigi says thanks everyone for the raid. Web Savvy says Gigi gluten free. Got on the cool shades. 50 plus says hey to Be the Difference Clothing. Shiwana's Creative Circle is in the house. Hey, hey, hey. How are you, sis? So glad you can join us. She says, hey, y'all. 50 plus says to the Creative Creole, hello. Anthony Shaw says, guys, show some love by giving a big thumbs up. Thank you, Anthony. Gigi says, hello to Be the Difference Clothing. The Creative Creole says, good evening to 50 plus. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, hey to Shawana's Creative Circle, and she's throwing some love her way. The Creative Creole says, hey to Carolyn, Shawana and Joy. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, hey at the Creative Creole. 50 shouting out Anthony Shaw and Shawana. Anthony Shaw says, and like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you, Anthony. I'm going to have to make you a mod. The Creative Creole says, good evening, Indoor Outdoor Gardener. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, I shared you out, Deborah, and throwing some flowers. Thank you so much, Indoor Outdoor Gardener. I really appreciate that. Carolyn Eats All says, hey to the Creative Creole. Anthony says, hey to Shawana. Web Savvy Cafe says, Deborah, I shared you out. Thank you so much, Web Savvy. I appreciate it. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, hello to Carolyn Eats All. 50 saying, hey to Web Savvy. Shawana speaking to Creative Creole, Indoor Outdoor Gardener, 50 plus, Gigi, Anthony, and Web Savvy. Anthony saying, hey to Carolyn Eats All. Web Savvy shouting out 50 plus, say hey you. And Web Savvy says, hey there sis to Shawana. Gigi's shouting out Shawana and the Creative Creole. Miss Full Roller, the Dancing Diva, is in the house tonight. She says, hey Deborah, glad Tidings Moss and chat. Gigi Raid in the bushes. She's dancing her way in the bushes. Hey, Miss Furoy, better be careful in the bushes. Somebody told 50 plus, because he's always in the bushes, that if he wasn't careful, he gonna mess around and get ticks. So you be careful in them bushes. Carolyn Eats All says, hey to the Indoor Outdoor Gardener. Short Bus pull up in the house. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Short Bus is in the house. Beep, beep, beep. He's saying, Gigi Raid, I'm late. Now you right on time. Carolyn Eats says, hey to Anthony. Short Bus says, hey to me. Short Bus says, hey to all. Anthony says, hey to Miss Full Roller. He's got the okay sign going, the cool shades, the strong arms, and the mailbox. What's that mailbox for? Telling us a stimulus check coming or something, Anthony? The Indoor Outdoors throwing some flowers out at Miss Full Roller. Gigi saying hello to Short Bus. And she goes beep, beep. The Creative Creole is laughing. Short Bus pull up is laughing. Gigi said hello to Miss Full Roller. Web Savvy says hey there to the Creative Creole. 50 plus says hey to Short Bus. It says hey once again. Anthony's shouting out Short Bus and going beep, beep, beep. Miss Full Roller is laughing and says got my homemade off on. Short Bus says hey 50 what's up. Carolyn Eats All says hey to Short Bus pull up. Short Bus says hey to Gigi. Anthony says yes, it's in the mail. All right, I'm gonna be looking for mine. Short Bus says hey to Carolyn, and the Indoor Outdoor Gardener is speaking to 50. Says might get poison ivy. You hear that, 50? Not only you gonna get ticks, you might get poison ivy. And Web Savvy is laughing. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our story. I slept till 4 o'clock today, you all. That's how tired I was. I didn't get out of bed until 4. So you got the same script, but a different cast tonight. Short Bus says new project out, stimulus check, cashing with Granny. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get, he says, please watch. Okay, we'll get you. So I'm going to go ahead and read our story for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Look, my boy Edward missing tonight. That's who's missing. I was wondering who was missing. Edward Smart. Web Savvy says Bigfoot gonna get y'all in the oh my goodness, 50 you gotta worry about fleas, ticks, poison ivy, and now Bigfoot. Y'all better be careful in them bushes. That's a lot to get a hold of you right there. Short Bus said, Gigi has a new video, please watch. All right, here we go. Hope everybody got their hot or cold beverage. That's what I spent my last few minutes doing, heating up my coffee. So I could wet my whistle along the way. Sharp Boy says, tick, laugh out loud. Just pull them off with your hands. Oh, that's gross, Sharp Boy. All right, here we go. Long ago in Italy, there lived an old hat maker named Ernie Hatmaker. Ernie sold hats in her shop, but she carved toys during her spare time. When she worked, Ernie Hatmaker felt happy, but when she rested, a sad feeling came over her. Ah, she would think, all my life and no child to call my own. I'm so tired of living alone in this place. One day, Ernie Hatmaker carved a puppet from wood in the shape of a boy. The arms and legs could move, but Ernie Hatcher wished that he could come to life. There were lots of toys to see that she carved in her spare time, but she got caught up with this one toy. She cut and sewed a nice outfit for the puppet as if it were a real boy, because she thought he was flawed and fabulous. It's perfect, she thought. Sometimes she got so wrapped up in her work that she forgot it was a toy. I will call you Edward Smart, said Ernie Hatmaker. That night, Ernie laid the wooden puppet down on the bed and made a wish. Through the window, a big star shined bright. Ernie Hatmaker looked out the window at the twinkling light of the star and began to speak. Bright star, she said, if I could make one wish, it would be that I could have a real son of my own. She was glad she was alone, for she didn't want people to hear her because she knew that was impossible. That night, the same big star swooshed right into Ernie Hatmaker's room. It changed into a blue fairy named Tinkerbell 83. Tinkerbell flew over to the bed and Ernie lifted her head in amazement. Little wood puppet, Tinkerbell 83, the blue fairy said, in the morning you will be able to walk and talk and lift up your head like a real boy. She tapped the puppet one time with her wand, and if you can prove that you are brave, true, and smart, someday you will be a real boy. Ernie Hatmaker just stood there shocked because she could not believe her eyes. Edward Smart's eyes opened. One more thing, said Tinkerbell 83, the blue fairy. Suddenly a cricket appeared who made lots of noise that you couldn't help but hear. He was dressed mighty fine and could talk. Meet Cricket, said Tinkerbell 83. His name is HAPPYLUX, you see. He will stay with you to help you through life to make wise choices because he is Mr. Wise. And instantly, Tinkerbell 83 went swoosh and was gone. Out of the window and up into the tree and on into the night sky. When Ernie Hatmaker woke up the next morning, she thought it was all a dream. In fact, she couldn't remember leaving the scene that night. She shook her head and then she said, I will go take my puppet out of bed. But the bed was empty. Startled by a voice from the distance, she heard Edward Smart say, Here I am, Mother, from the other side of the bed. Ernie Hatmaker swung around and said, What? This has got to be all in my head. Yet, she answered, you can talk. Yep, I am Edward Smart, your boy toy. How can this be? You see, you were just a toy, said Ernie Hatmaker. Still in shock. Then she thought, but who cares? This means a lot to have my own son. She rushed over and swept the wooden puppet into her arms and said, you are heaven sent, Edward Smart, my son. She said in a great happiness, these are magic moments. One day, Edward Smart said, I want to go to school like other boys. Of course, Ernie said. You have the right, but money up in here is tight, so I don't have the money to buy your school books. Later that day, Ernie Hatcher came back home with school books. Now you can go to school, but you don't know what I had to do to get these books, she said. But Edward Smart noticed right away and said, Mother, where is your warm coat? Now you'll catch cold in your throat if you don't get another. With a wave of her hand, Ernie said, no need to worry about that. I'll just keep my hat and scarf on. What matters is that you will go to school tomorrow too. She did not want Edward Smart to know she had traded her warm coat to buy the school books. The next morning, Edward Smart said goodbye to Ernie. He skipped along the path to school, humming as he went. HAPPYLUX rode on his shoulder, happy too, waiting to prevent him from making any foolish mistakes. Coming up to them on the path was a fox named Ghost Pirate. He was as messy as he could be, but smooth, you see. Just wandering around looking for something to get into with a cat named Missy Sims. She had the funniest looking eyes. They almost looked like Miss Creeper 361's eyes. Imagine that. And where are you going on this fine day? Certainly not out to play because it's a school day, said Ghost Pirate. I am going to school. Get out of my way, you fool, said Edward Smart. On such a fine day as this, said Ghost Pirate, it is too nice to be stuck inside school. You should come with us to the fair. We'll have a glorious time. Don't you care? Listen to me, said Ghost Pirate. He put his arm around Edward Smart's shoulder. Anything you need to know, you can learn at the fair. Really? Said HAPPYLUX the cricket to Edward Smart. He does not know what he is talking about. Take it from me. Can't you see he's just a cricket, said Ghost Pirate the fox. Ghost Pirate covered HAPPYLUX with his hat, and that was that. No one could hear him as he tried to call out to Edward Smart. Do not listen to him. Okay, said Ghost Pirate, let's go to the fair. And off they went. What a fair it was, Edward Smart thought to himself. This was going to be a buzz of a time. By the gate was a man dressed in white, but he had no clue of the plight Edward Smart was in, as he called out, come in, right this way. Get your tickets here and have a great day." With a sad look, Edward Smart said to Ghost Pirate and Mrs. Sims, "I do not have any tickets or money to spend." A man was selling old things at a table near the gate. He called, "Hey you, sell me those new school books of yours." Edward Smart thought to himself, "Don't you just hate people trying to barter?" "That's how you can get money for tickets," the man said. Edward Smart was reluctant but desperate. The fair was so bright and colorful and exciting that the next thing Edward Smart knew, he had sold his school books for tickets. "No, Edward Smart, stop!" called HAPPYLUX, who finally got out from under the fox's hat. But Edward Smart went on with Ghost Pirate and Mrs. Sims and did not hear him. They were already inside the fair. On stage was a puppet show. "I am a puppet too," said Edward Smart. "I can dance like that." So he jumped right onto the stage and started to dance with the other puppets. "Look at that new puppet," someone called. "It has no strings at all," said another. "Amazing." Everyone laughed and laughed. They threw coins onto the stage. Malone Money Mindset, who ran the fair, saw coins fly onto the stage. "Well now," he said, rubbing his chin, "this puppet with no strings will make me rich again." The next thing Edward Smart knew, he was picked up and thrown into a bird cage. In the next moment, the door was locked shut. "Hey, get me out," called Edward Smart. But the person who had thrown him in just left the room. Only HAPPYLUX heard Edward Smart's cries. HAPPYLUX ran back and forth in and out of the birdcage, trying to find a way to free the lock, but he could not unlock it. "I am stuck," cried Edward Smart. "How did that happen to me? I want to be freed and taken back to my mother, you see." All of a sudden, poof, there appeared Tinker Bell 83. "Please," said Edward Smart, "can you help me?" "Tell me something first," said Tinker Bell 83. "How did you get inside this cage? Please do, tell me." "Tell her what happened," said HAPPYLUX. "Well, Edward Smart stopped. Could he really tell Tinker Bell 83 what happened? What would she think of him? Truth be told, I was robbed," said Edward Smart. "Is that right?" said Tinker Bell 83 with a frown. Edward Smart's nose began to grow. "Yes, robbed," said Edward Smart. "By two men named Pistol Pete and Macktheknife. No, four. But I can't remember the names of the other two." So his nose grew and grew. They took my books. They made me come here. And they threw me in this cage. They were full of rage. His nose grew longer and longer until Edward Smart could see nothing in front of his face but one big giant nose. Why is my nose so big? Edward Smart asked. Edward Smart said to Tinkerbell 83 in a stern voice, you must know what the truth really is. I guess so, said Edward Smart. I wanted to come here. I wanted to come to the fair. I came here with Ghost Pirate and Missy Sims. Who is that? Said Tinkerbell 83. Oh, just the fox and cat I met, said Edward Smart. Excuse me. The nose grew shorter. I had to sell my books to get some tickets. Money's tight at the crib. Can you dig it? He said. Had to, said Tinkerbell 83. I decided to sell my books to get tickets, he said. The nose got shorter still. Then someone put me in this cage, he said. The nose was back to normal. Good job, Edward Smart, said HAPPYLUX. Well done, said Tinkerbell 83. I knew everything you originally told me was contrary to the truth. Now I will get you out of here. With a wave of her wand, Edward Smart was out of the cage. Here are your books. And Edward Smart was holding the same new school books in his hands again. Know this, said Tinkerbell 83. You are on your own from now on. Make sure you do the right thing next time. And she was gone. Edward Smart was back on the road to school. He really felt like a fool for having a name that didn't match his wit. A coachman named Joe Cola drove up. Hey kid, how about a ride inside my coach? No thank you, said Edward Smart. I am going to school. You will ride faster with me. Can't you see walking takes too long? Said Joe Cola to Edward Smart. Joe Cola said to himself, he will ride faster all right, but not to where he think he's going. Not thinking about the last ordeal. All right, said Edward Smart. I will. I want to get to school right away. When Edward Smart was inside the coach, Joe Cola said, say kid, why do you think boys like you go to school? Do you think it's so they won't be a fool or what? To learn things, said Edward Smart, and to grow up, I guess. So we can do what we want. Well, said Joe Cola, what if I told you that you could do what you wanted right now? Right now? Yep. Think of it. Skip the books. Skip the school. Right now, how would you like to have all the candy you can eat? All the candy? Yep. Ice cream too. Of every flavor. Ever want to smoke a cigar or play pool? All this and more at Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island? Best place in the world for boys like you. Don't listen to him, Edward Smart, shouted HAPPYLUX. Why wait, said Joe Cola. I know just where Pleasure Island is. This is your lucky day, kid. So what do you say? Let's go there, said Edward Smart. I'm going to Pleasure Island. Ah, said HAPPYLUX, waving his arms in the air, thinking this is where it gets real. He keeps running off like he's Expedition Greg. He needs homeschool royalty. That's what he needs. He thinks everybody is harmless vlogs. After a while, the coach stopped. You got a boy with you in that, coach? Said a dark stranger named Dangerous D to the coachman. Yep. The coachman grabbed Edward Smart and threw him down onto the ground. He's all yours. Now pay up. Jocola reached out for something. Was it money? From the dark stranger. Then Jocola drove off. What could it all mean? But as Edward Smart looked around, he no longer cared. For everything Jocola had told him was true. Heaps of candy all about, tubs of ice cream in every flavor. Boys like him could eat and play all day. None of them had to work or clean up. There were even cigars if you wanted one, and pool tables to play. But after a few days, something was odd. Where did all the boys go? He asked the cricket. All I see now are donkeys, said Edward Smart. I must say, there used to be more boys around here, said the cricket. Just then, one of his ears popped into a donkey ear. Then his other ear popped into a donkey ear too. Oh, cried HAPPYLUX, what is happening to you? I don't know, said Edward Smart. Edward and HAPPYLUX saw a line of donkeys led by a dark stranger onto a truck. Oh no, said HAPPYLUX. Now I get it. Boys get turned into donkeys here. Then the donkeys are sold. Edward Smart, we have to get you out of here fast while we still can. Let's go, honk, said Edward Smart. His 2 feet had popped into 4. Run quick, said HAPPYLUX. One good thing about Edward Smart's new 4 legs is he could run very fast. Quick, quick! They ran out of Pleasure Island. Soon they were at a dock by the ocean. Please, sir, Edward Smart called out to a man by the dock. I am looking for an old woman named Ernie Hatmaker. Do you know her, honk? Sounds like you are getting a bad cold, said the man. Ernie Hatmaker. That's the old woman whose son left one morning and did not come back. He went out on a boat to look for her. No one has seen the poor woman since. Oh no, this is all my fault, honk, said Edward Smart. I must look for my mother. Edward Smart jumped off of the dock into the ocean. HAPPYLUX jumped in too, close behind. Most of Edward Smart was still made of wood, so he could float on the ocean. Mother, he called out, paddling the water with his arms. Mother, but there was no answer. All Edward Smart could see around him was blue water everywhere, until what was that far away? Something was rushing up, something big and very fast. In a moment, a giant whale was upon them. It opened its giant jaws and with one gulp swallowed Edward Smart. Rushing inside with all the seawater tumbled Edward Smart and HAPPYLUX. When they came to a stop, they saw that they were in the dark belly of the whale. "Are you okay?" said Edward Smart to HAPPYLUX. "I am fine," said a voice of an old woman. "Wait a minute," said Edward Smart. "Mother, is that you?" There was Ernie Hatmaker. "Mother, mother, it's me," said Edward Smart. "My son," said Ernie Hatmaker. "I thought I was dreaming." They hugged in joy. "Look," said Ernie Hatmaker as 3 fish swam by. "There goes our dinner." "Mother, I have an idea. Let's make a fire." "Grilled fish tonight?" said Ernie Hatmaker. Excuse me. "No, I mean for us to get out," said Edward Smart. He gathered driftwood and got a flame going. "This is how we can make the whale sneeze," he said. Edward Smart waved his arms over the flame to make a lot of smoke. Soon clouds of black smoke were rising high up. The whale gave a cough. "Hang on," said Edward Smart. And then wham! In one big sneeze, Edward Smart, Ernie Hatmaker, and HAPPYLUX flew out of the whale's mouth, rolling over and over in the seawater. At last, they rolled up onto the shore. Edward Smart. Ernie Hatmaker rose to her feet. HAPPYLUX was there beside her. But where was Edward Smart? And then they found him. Edward Smart was face down, his head in a puddle. Edward Smart. They were too late. Ernie Hatmaker and HAPPYLUX wept over Edward Smart, the boy puppet who lay still in the water. Then in a flash, who was there but the blue fairy, Tinker Bell 83. "Edward Smart," she said, "you saved your mother. You proved that you are both brave and true." She tapped his head with her wand, "and now you will be a real boy." Edward Smart woke up. He looked at his soft arms and soft legs. "Mother," he cried out, "look, I am a real boy." "That you are," cried Ernie Hatmaker. Tinker Bell 83 turned to HAPPYLUX. "Come," she said, "come with me." In a flash, the two of them were gone, and they lived many long and happy years together. That concludes our story for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was, like I said, same cast, different, same script, different cast. Our YouTubers tonight featured in the story were Ernie Hatmaker, Lots of Toys to See, Flawed and Fabulous, It's Perfect, Edward Smart, Tinkerbell 83, HAPPYLUX, Mr. Wise, Heaven Sent, Magic Moments, Ghost Pirate, Missy Sims, Miss Creeper 361, Malone Money Mindset, Truth Be Told, Pistol Pete, Macktheknife, Joe Cola, It Gets Real, Expedition Greg, Homeschool Royalty, Harmless Vlogs, Dangerous D, and that looks like it might be. And that is all of our YouTubers featured tonight. Those were all of our YouTubers featured tonight. Let's see who walked in while I was reading the story. We have, let's see. I want to make sure I'm missing one. Let's see. Okay, let's see. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, Deborah, that's a good subject for story time. 50 plus is laughing at the Indoor Outdoor Gardener. Web Savvy says, me and the Indoor Outdoor Gardener have a good glass of wine. I've got red Moscato and she's got Cabernet. What's that? Sauvignon. That's a tongue twister there for me. Then well, Savvy says chilling like a villain at story time. That's all right there. I got my coffee here. Short Bus says Web hello. Gigi says sounds good at Web Savvy Cafe. Short Bus says Carolyn, hello. Web Savvy says, hey, Short Bus pull up. Short Bus says, smooth in the projects. Shawana says, I like this story time. Thank you, Shawana. I appreciate it. Carolyn East all says, hey, the Short Bus pull up. Short Bus says, nice story. Short Bus says, let's move this chat. Short Bus, you were featured in a story once or twice, too. I don't know if you had a chance to go back and look at any of those during playback. You were featured in a story or two. I can't tell you which one, so you'd have to like look at them. But I do have everybody who's featured in the story. Their name is in the description area. Short Bus says all white. Wait. Short Bus says let's move the chat. Be the Difference says hey. Short Bus pull up. Short Bus says to Be the Difference all over and all white. Be the Difference Clothing says to Short Bus pull up. We pulling up. Short Bus says I'm selling tickets. Pull up at the corner store. We have Mama Bear of 4. Hello, Mama Bear of 4. Welcome to Storytime. You were also featured in a story in the past. Mama Bear of 4 says hey to everybody. Gigi says hello to Mama Bear of 4. Web Savvy says hey there, Mama Bear of 4. Indoor Outdoor Gardener says, hey, Mama Bear of 4. Shawana says, hey, to Be the Difference, and Mama Bear of 4. Carolyn Eats All says, hi, Mama Bear of 4. Mama Bear's throwing some love. 50 plus says, hey, to Mama Bear of 4. Slick Nick Twins. Slick Nick Twins. I almost put you in the story tonight at the part where the boys were turned into donkeys. But I didn't do it when I was writing, and I started to put you in while I was reading the story. But I could not remember that Nico part of your name for nothing in the world. All I could remember was Slick Twins. I couldn't remember the Nico part. So I didn't want to add you in. But that's where I wanted to put you in the story tonight. Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab says, on the way to your house. I guess she's talking about over there, the short bus. Huge Empire is in the house, says, still here, host. I appreciate you, Huge Empire. I appreciate you being here for story time. Slick Nico Twins says, hey to Gigi, Gluten-Free Lab. Huge Empire says, I'm on duty. Gigi says, thanks to Huge Empire too. We got Seven Legs Fairy in the house, says, hey Deborah. And this is same script, different cast. Last time the fairy was Seven Legs Fairy. She's been my fairy in a couple of stories. Her and Tinkerbell 83 are the only two fairies I got. So I alternate back and forth between them. So tonight, Seven Legs, it was Tinkerbell 83. Gigi speaking to Seven Legs. We got Green Organic Love in the house. She says, hi, Deborah, how are you? I am great, Green Organic. Thanks for asking. These last couple of days have been pretty good to me. She says, hi to 50 Plus. Gigi says, hello to Green Organic. Green Organic says, hi to Be the Difference. Happy Friday. The Indoor Outdoor Gardeners says, hey, sis, to Green Organic Love. Green Organic, did you ever get a chance to go back and listen to your story? For those of you new to the stream, Green Organic is the one who inspired my story time shout outs. If you listen to the first story, you'll understand why. I was running her list and listening at the clatter from the computer, the noise from the distance. I had forgot I had my computer on. And I was stumbling in the dark and almost tripped over the trash and all that. So she inspired my story time shout outs. And the very, very first story was dedicated to her. So for those of you who haven't had a chance to look at that story, if you go back to the very, very first story, that one was dedicated to Green Organic Love. She says hi to Gigi. Be the Difference says Joe Cola. And 50 Plus says hey to Seven Legs Fairy. Organic Love says hey to Gigi and hey to 50 Plus. Gigi says hello to Green Organic Love. Green Organic Love says hey to Be the Difference. Happy Friday. The Indoor Outdoor Gardener says hey sis to Green Organic Love. Seven Legs Fairy says hi. Gigi's gluten free and she's saying hi to 50. 50 says hi to Green Organic. Green Organic says hi, the Indoor Outdoor Gardener. Slick Nico Twins says hi to Gigi. You got the package left at your door. Green Organic says hi to Seven Legs Fairy. How are you? And to Slick Nico Twins, how are you? Seven Legs says hi to Green Organic. I'm fine. 12 Bells is in the house. 12 Bells. You know I talked about you at the last story because you usually late to story time, but you're here. How do they say? They're saying you're slow, but you're sure. But how about you got featured in the story and weren't there? So I hope you had a chance to go do the replay. 12 verse say, isn't HAPPYLUX supposed to go to school? No, HAPPYLUX was the cricket. Edward Smart is the one who's supposed to go to school. Slick Nico Twin says, hey to Green Organic, love well, and how are you today? Green Organic says, hi to 12 Bells. 12 Bells says, sex trafficking. 12 Bells, where you get sex trafficking out of this story? Oh my goodness, you are too funny. You are too funny. No, they were turning the boys into donkeys. I guess so they could sell them to make them work and plow in the fields. Sex trafficking, that's too funny. 12 Bells says hi to Green Organic. Green Organic says I'm doing good. Gigi says hi to 12 Bells. Slick Nico Twins says that Green Organic Love left the package at your house. 12L says hi to Gigi. Gigi will be able to check that package later. Slick Nico. If she's anything like me, a lot of times I'll check for packages later after the live. I don't leave the live to go check my front door. So I'm sure she'll get the package that you sent. 12L says hi to Gigi. Be the Difference says hi to 12L. 12L says donkeys. Oh, goodness. Be the Difference Clothes says hi to Greet Organic Love. 12L says hi to Be the Difference, and 12L is cracking up. We got As Told by Tina in the house. She says, hey, host. 12L says hi to As Told by Tina. Anthony says, guys, give a big thumbs up on the way in. And like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thank you, Anthony. 12L says, oh, no. Oh. As Told by Tina says, hey to 12L's. Anthony says 12L's, hey to her, and As Told by Tina. As Told by Tina says, Anthony Shaw, how are you? 12L says, hey, Anthony. Gigi saying hello to As Told by Tina. As Told by Tina says, hi, Gigi, how are you? 12L 12L says the whale got the funny looking shocked emoji and says, oh, no. Gigi says, I'm good as and to Told by Tina, As Told by Tina. As Told by Tina says, good to know. Gigi says grilled fish is good. Gigi, I thought when I was reading, I said grilled fish. I said Gigi frying fish tonight. We have Mystic Bonus in the house. How are you? How are you? A pleasure to have you here for story time. I don't know when you walked into the building, but I hope that you walked in time to hear our story. If not, the good part about it, they gave us replay so we can go back and get what we missed. And that's what I like, because a lot of times we can't be in several places at one time. So we can go back and see that what we missed. Be the Difference is saying hi to Mystic Bonus and hi to As Told by Tina. Gigi's saying hi to Mystic Bonus. As Told by Tina says to Be the Difference, how are you, love? Huge Empire says, still here, host. I appreciate you hanging with us. Huge Empire. Carolyn Eats All says, yay. Anthony Shaw says, hey to Mystic Bonus. Gigi says, thank you, Huge Empire. Deborah Akpa says, good story. Thank you, Deborah. 50 Plus says, it was a beautiful story as well. I love it. Thank you, 50. 12L says, I enjoyed this story. 12L, you got here in time. Let's get everybody, throw some hand claps in the stream for 12L. Go ahead, throw some hand claps in the stream. I'm glad you enjoyed the story, 12L. As Told by Tina said, good story. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tina. Indoor Outdoor Garden is clapping. Web Savvy says, I enjoyed it. Thank you, Web Savvy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Gigi said, great story, sis. Great lesson. Thank you. Mama Bear 4 says, I let the kids listen while they ate dinner. Thank you, Mama Bear. I appreciate it. The Creole, every night, her and her children are tuned in, settled in. They get settled in and they listen to the story time together. So I appreciate that. 12L says, this is the first story I caught live. That is one. That's why I told them to throw some hand claps in the stream for you, 12Ls. Stream jumped there. 50 says, Mama Bear 4, clap, clap. Carolyn East All says, awesome. 12L said, I always have to do the replay. 12L says, I listened to the story time with my parents over dinner. Oh, that is wonderful. Tell your parents I said hi and I appreciate them tuning in to story time, 12Ls. 12L says, me plus 2 was listening to you read, Deborah. Thank you so much. We have Gisela TV, Jesus Christ is Lord, amen, joining us all the way from the UK. So it is the AM over there where she is. She says, good morning. I just came in to thumbs up as I gave you your 13th thumbs up. It's 10 minutes to 4 a.m. I have not gone to sleep yet. I saw you on, so I came in to say hello. I appreciate you, Gisela. I know that every time you come in, it is in the AM in your home, and I really appreciate that you take some time out to come into story time. I really appreciate that. Gisela, did you ever let your grandson listen to his birthday celebration? Gisela says, everyone, good morning all. Web Savvy says, hello, Green Organic Love. Gigi says, hello at Gisela TV. Jesus Christ is Lord. Amen. Welcome to the live. 12 Bill says, hi to Gisela. Gisela says, hi to Gigi. Good morning. It's a short visit this morning as I have not gone to sleep yet. 12 Bill says, you have a blessed sleep to Gisela. Yes, Gisela, you do. Have a blessed sleep. Gisela says, at 12 Bells, hello, how are you? Gigi says, thanks to Gisela, Jesus Christ, Lord, amen, for coming in. Gisela says, thank you to 12 Bells. 12 Bells says, I'm well at Gisela. Gisela says, hi to Gigi and thank you. Gisela says, Gigi Lab, I will just leave the live stream running, but I'm off to bed. We really appreciate that, Gisela. Gigi says, good night to Gisela. Web Savvy says, good night, everyone. Good night, Web Savvy. We appreciate you. Be the Difference says, is clapping at 12 Bells. Gisela says to Gigi and 12 Bells, good night. 12 Bells says, good night. And waving. The Dancing Diva, Miss Full Roll, is dancing at 12 Bells. Web Savvy, Miss Fuller Roller says, love the story, Deborah. Thank you, Miss Fuller Roller. 12 Bells says at Web Savvy. Web Savvy says, got on the cool shades of 12 Bells. And 12 Bells says, thank you guys. Any birthdays in the house? Do we have any birthdays so we can sing our birthday song? Any birthdays? No birthdays? Any birthdays? No birthdays? So we don't go. Okay, so this is the second week we don't get to sing our birthday song. For those of you who are new to the stream, we usually sing happy birthday if it's somebody's birthday. We know it's still Taurus season, so that's who we'll celebrate, whoever has a birthday. So it looks like we don't have any birthdays tonight, so we won't get to sing our birthday song. For those of you who are new to the stream as well, I am a published author. This is my book. It's called My Struggle and Broken Pieces, A Healing for My Soul. And I will start reading from that book hopefully sometime next week. I have people in the stream who won a book, and we didn't get them when they were originally scheduled to get to me, but we did finally get them, and they were mailed out on yesterday. So those of you who want a book, you know who you are. Hopefully you will get them sometime this week coming. So I was doing these stories as and I call it Prelude to Story Time because it's leading up to me actually reading from my book. But I will continue to do these type stories because this is my way of shouting out the YouTubers by featuring them in story time. So I'll probably trade off one night, do this type of shout out to feature my YouTubers, and another time read from my book. So I was trying to give people time who were interested in purchasing a book time to get it so that they could possibly follow along once I start reading from my book, as well as those that were promised a book to get their book in time, that hopefully they can follow along. So that was why I called these a prelude to story time, even though these are stories. Ms. Forola says it is Gemini season now. Okay, so it's Gemini season now. Okay, so any Geminis in the house? No Geminis in the house? My brother is a Gemini. His birthday is in June. So no, okay, so I gotta remember it's Gemini season. So when we do our birthdays, we'll know we're celebrating Geminis because the Taurus season has passed. Look at 12. I should have known 12 Bells was going to come in there and reiterate that it's not the Taurus's party anymore because she trying to get that Cancer. Nope, 12 Bells because see Miss Full. Thank you, Miss Full Roller, because I can't depend on 12 Bells to give me the next correct zodiac because she keeps saying Cancer is the best because that's her zodiac. So that's why she got in there. Cancer season is next. You're next, but not just yet, 12 Bells. So we will be celebrating the Geminis because it's their season. So whenever we get, look at 12 Bells laugh. Yeah, you know you're devious. That's why you're laughing. So we will be celebrating the Geminis. So we don't have any birthdays tonight. So Miss Fuller says, that's why I said it. Thank you, Miss Fuller. You see, Miss Fuller hip to you too, 12 Bells. I appreciate you. Miss Fuller going to keep me straight with this thing. So 12 Bells, you won't be able to trick me because I got Miss Fuller on my side. So we will be celebrating the Gemini season. And I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to Story Time tonight. Like I said, I had to give you an oldie but goodie. Same script, different cast. But hopefully I'll have enough days to take my time and get a new script out there. I'm not going to prolong the time. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by to spend story time with me tonight. Those of you who are regulars and those who you are newcomers, I appreciate each and every one of you because you could have been somewhere else working on your own content or, working to do things with your family, whatever, but you didn't see it robbery on a Friday night to come and hang out with me by the fireside for story time. Be the Difference says, thanks for sharing. Deborah Akpa and Be the Difference said, thanks for sharing. Okay. Boy, you're a quick typer, Be the Difference. Look, I'd have still been trying to I'd have still been trying to work that thing out. Thanks for sharing. Indoor Out the Garden says, good night, Deborah, Maz, and chat. Stay safe and be blessed. Yes. Story time is Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. If for some reason I can't make it to story time, I always throw up a little brief message to let you all know that story time was canceled and to give you the new day and time for story time. Always remember, until we meet again, may his peace be with you. Thank you, Gigi. Story time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Miss Full Rose says 12 Bells doesn't have but a month to wait. Be the Difference says bye to the Indoor Outdoor Gardener. 50 Plus says good night, good night. So always remember, I have a will to live. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. I love you all, and I will see you all at the next story time. Good night.